So Donald Trump said during one of his rallies that we're going to get tired of winning. That's how much winning we're going to do. And I'll tell you what, I am not tired of it yet. Keep it coming, Donald Trump. It's great. It's great for us, great for humanity, great for everybody that wants to be free, great for people that don't want their money spent on ridiculous trans bullshit ideology in other countries that have nothing to do with anybody. Great for everyone that voted for Donald Trump. Very bad for the Democrats. The Democrats sure are tired of all the winning, I guarantee it, because they're not the ones doing it. So that's what we're going to talk about today, people. It's Thursday, or Wednesday, sorry, it's Wednesday. It's the 19th of February, 2025. It is 3:45 p.m. here in Germany, and this is the Insanity Report for today, where we've got 2 court cases that were launched against DOGE for the temporary restraining order. DOGE won on both of those. God, the left must be pissed off. The Democrats must be seething. And it's wonderful to watch. Fuck you, people. You deserve every second of it. And so it looks like even their own judges in D.C., the morally corrupt judges that prosecuted all the J6 people, the horrible, in the pockets of the Democrats, judges in D.C. are even turning, they're not turning against them, but they're making reasonable calls in court, going against the Democrats' will. God, it must suck to even be dissed by your own people. Oh my God, it's great. So 2 of these court cases, both temporary restraining orders, both knocked down by the judges in D.C. Right? Now, if you want a real in-depth analysis of these 2 court cases, the place you want to go is called Watching the Watchers on YouTube. The guy's name is Robert Gooooo. Basically, I got my information from his show, his podcast. He does real good deep dive analyses of all kinds of court cases that have to do with government. He goes into Congress things. He goes through all kinds of stuff. You should really go check him out. I'll link the channel at the bottom, or I'll link to the video that about what I'm talking about today at the bottom. So one of the court cases was basically filed by a bunch of states. They wanted the judge to put a temporary restraining order on DOGE because they felt like, well, Elon Musk is not really appointed. He's got to be appointed. He's got no credentials. He's like an oligarch running the government that bought his way in and all this crazy shit, where they tend to forget, of course, that for the last 100 years, the government in America has been run by unelected bureaucrats that, basically been milking the government for everything they could. Elon's unelected. He's not a bureaucrat, though, and he is definitely the person that should be giving the directions at DOGE, because if there's one thing Elon Musk can't be accused of, it's being inefficient. That's the most efficient motherfucker on the planet, and he is the right person for that job. Not to mention, let's remember, the president's wife gives advice that's not sanctioned by the rest of the government. She's also not a government employee, so to speak. She's not appointed to anything. I'm sure that presidents also have friends like George Soros or Bill Gates or people like those that don't have a government position, but they probably give the president's advice when asked, And that's what Elon Musk is doing. He has directed the government who should be employed at DOGE that should get access to all these things, and he is directing those people. And all he's doing is reporting it back to the president. Now, that's what a Department of Government Efficiency should be doing. And really, the Democrats are not pissed off that Elon's doing it. They're pissed off that their gravy train is about to be stopped, and that a lot of them are going to be caught with their fucking pants down. That's what they're worried about, and nothing else. They've always been worried about just that. They have never been compassionate people that care for people, and that's all bullshit, at least from what I've seen. Maybe before I was born, the Democrat Party might have been kind of like that. Maybe under the time of JFK, the Democrats were like that. But now, they certainly are not. They are the warmongering fear party, authoritarian, totalitarian morons that think that sex changes for children are okay. And so, it's awesome to watch them lose. I will laugh in their disgusting, pathetic faces every chance I get. Fuck them. Fuck them in the ear. Really. So, look. Basically, the judge sided with the Trump team and DOGE on this, and so basically all of the state suits the temporary restraining order. No go. Denied. Dismissed. Get the fuck out. That's it. And that was Judge Chutkan from D.C. that also tried to railroad Trump and probably did some January 6th cases, I would think so. And then, this is so cute. It's so cute, right? So then another case, a group of students, right? A group of students, they sued to get a temporary restraining order also on DOGE because they didn't want their private information leaking out to the public. Well, there's, first of all, no, because DOGE is going to go through the Department of Education. And the students were like, oh my God, my private and personal information is suddenly very important to me. Sure. You don't think they were put up to this? Look, first of all, the students aren't the ones paying the fucking bills. It's their parents, right? It's their parents. So the idea that students did this on their own to try to block DOGE, which, people, is a government agency. It's a government agency that was already there before Trump got there. It was created by Obama. It was called something else, but it keeps the same acronym today, right? It's now called the Department of Government Efficiency, right? That's what it's called, right? But the program itself, the agency itself was already long created by Obama. Obama just didn't make use of it. So the framework is already there. Now, the idea that these students would win, right? Because basically they're trying to say, well, we have standing, because they got to get standing. We know that now, right? They got to get standing, right? So they got to show harm. And their harm was, well, our private information is getting into the hands of DOGE so that they can see and uncover corruption, waste, fraud, and abuse. And, we don't want our private information going into the hands of you. Well, it might leak out. It might get leaked to the press. It might do whatever. It might is not a court case, right? It might doesn't count. If it does, then you can sue then. That's one thing. So they lost that because basically, to put it in simple terms, it would be almost the same thing as if I sued the IRS. If I was living in America and I had to pay taxes in America, and then I just sued the IRS and told the court, look, I don't want my private information going to the IRS, guys. You know what I mean? And the court's like, well, yeah, but they need it to be able to find out how much tax that you should be paying. And I'm like, yeah, but my private information, I don't want it to be leaked, right? So, I don't want it to go in there. Well, the reason I don't want my private information going there is because I would rather just not pay taxes, right? Right? Otherwise, it's just one government department transferring information and data to another government department that wants to audit the system. That's a very, it hasn't been until now, but actually that's a very normal thing, right? That's a very normal thing to do if you've got any business or any government. It's just that all the presidents and all the cabinets and all the congresses and all the shit before Trump has just never done that before, right? They just never took advantage of that, right? So now they are. And it would be insane if I was awarded a temporary restraining order on the IRS because I didn't want my information going to the IRS, right? And that's basically what the students are counting on. They're like, well, maybe Elon Musk, who's, in our opinion, not qualified and not appointed, so he doesn't count as a government employee. He shouldn't get our private information. This was a court case that was set up by somebody else, and the students were just used as the useful idiots to do this. That's my opinion. I don't know that Robert Gooooo shares that opinion or not. I didn't hear him say that, but that's what I think. Because really, students don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So that they would take it upon themselves to try to block DOGE with some BS lawsuit that would never fly is laughable on its face, right? But luckily, that judge also struck that deal down, said, denied, get out, that's it. If you get harmed in the future for real, if your data gets leaked to the press and you can prove that a DOGE employee or Elon Musk or somebody did it, you can sue then and otherwise piss off, get out. And these are Democrat judges. These are DC judges, right? And why do you think this is happening? Do I think that these judges suddenly got a case of the morals and thought, oh, well, I'm going to start from now on. Actually, I've ruled really, really unjudgely for all these years against people that really didn't deserve it. Now, all of a sudden, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. No, of course not. They know they're on thin ice. They know there are threats to impeach judges that aren't carrying out their judicial duty correctly, right? And misusing the legal system to be able to, rule on cases in the direction they would like to. That's not going to fly anymore. And these judges, they're not stupid people. I will never call them stupid. They are, they're very, very smart, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten to that position. But so they know, like Europe now knows, there is a new sheriff in town, and it's fuck around and find out time. That's why they're ruling fairly. And this is a fair ruling, and likely all of the other court cases will slowly start to disappear. These other temporary restraining orders by the trans union, blah, blah, and these people and those people, and the federal employees that don't want to get fired. I think that we're going to see that most of those cases are going to be dropped, denied, not going to work, not going to fly. And if they end up going to the Supreme Court will end up ruling in Trump's favor. So, hey, it's fucking great. Fuck those leftist Democrat pieces of shit wokesters. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm kind of living vicariously through America right now, because in Germany it's one big tyranny because of the EU and the European Union and all the censorship and all that stuff, right? You should watch my video, that my German insanity report for today as well, because I go over that CBS interview with the three disgusting prosecutors from Germany that were talking about that they love taking away people's cell phones for speech infringement. And I'll tell you a little bit about how the situation around free speech and freedom of opinion is in Germany. So watch that. It's also out today. It'll be the video before or after this one on Substack and on all the other platforms. Either way, guys, it feels great to keep winning. I would like to start changing. I think I'm going to change the name from the Insanity Report to the Sanity Report when I talk about America now, because I got to say, there's not much more insane shit to report. It's all sane, reasonable, common sense shit. I got to change the name of my own show to accommodate America at this point. I really do. And I think I'm gonna. It'll be the Insanity Report for Germany. It'll be the Sanity Report for America. I think that's where I'm going to go with that. You know what I mean? Because, hey, all of the things DOGE, Trump, everybody is doing, 90% of America is squarely behind it. They're squarely on board. And the fact that the Democrats are not, the Democrats are fighting this stuff, shows you they are the corrupt ones. They're the enemy. If they can't see that this is good for America, the American people, but maybe bad for them, then, they're not even trying to hide it. They're basically openly bitching, moaning, crying, whining, protesting, whatever. We saw government employees yesterday protesting DOGE on the street. Well, those people are going to have to worry about their job as well, because they're on the clock, right? And if these motherfuckers are on the clock, they're not supposed to be at home, and they're not supposed to be out there protesting their boss. So they'll probably be getting a letter in the mail as well soon, too. We've seen a whole bunch of firing. Whole departments, USAID, whole shit, gone. Ain't nothing happened except for those people who don't have a fucking job anymore, and they're going to have to go suck dick for gas, I guess. I don't know. Not my problem. I don't care. I really don't. I really do not care at all. It's great that they're gone. They should be gone. Nobody should be working as a bureaucrat for the government for 100 years. Fuck them. Get rid of them. And why should American citizens be obligated to pay for departments and agencies that don't do anything except for corruptly piss away their money? That's crazy. So if the Democrats keep going down this road, please do. They'll never win another fucking election ever again. Ever. You know what I mean? I hope they continue this for as long as they can, because the longer they do this, the less chance they'll have to even earn anything back during the midterms. I can't imagine they're going to, unless there's a giant fuck up on Trump's behalf. And right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Guys, enjoy the winning. Enjoy it. Because a time like we are witnessing today will probably not come around again in our lifetimes. I don't think it's gonna. This is the start of a revolution, but this time we've got the good guys on our side, and we just have to sit back and watch. We don't even have to really do anything. We don't have to fight. We don't have to fucking take up arms. All we have to do is keep the politicians in check, vote the right way, keep an eye on what they're doing, and be happy they're doing it when it benefits us. That's pretty much it. That's how the system was meant to go. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. And people were living under the impression that it was like that all this time, but it wasn't really. You know what I mean? Things were moving right along, just not in the direction of benefits for the people. They were moving right along as benefits for the government, the cronies, other countries, illegal immigrants, you name it. Everybody else except the American people. So what we're seeing now is not something we will have ever seen before in my lifetime, and we'll probably never see again. in my lifetime. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. You know, hopefully we'll never have to see it again. Hopefully that'll be the new status quo. That'll be great. So enjoy that. All right, guys, if you want to get all of my content delivered directly to your email inbox, all you got to do is subscribe to the Substack. You go to it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com. It's right there on the screen. You can see it. Go there, subscribe there. You can do it for free, but you can also do it for $5 a month if you want to support me, which I would greatly appreciate. And that way, you will get all my content, including the articles that I write, in your inbox right away. On all other platforms, it's a little bit weird with the videos. Some I can publish some places, some I can't. TikTok's real sensitive. Anyway, you're not going to get all the content if you don't subscribe to the Substack, although you're, of course, welcome to follow me on any of the other things I listed there on your screen. Have a great day. Enjoy the winning, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Check you later.